For decades, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger found themselves caught in a web of economic dependency and foreign interference. Many questioned whether these nations could stand on their own after severing ties with France and exiting ECOWAS. Critics predicted economic collapse and diplomatic isolation. But in 2025, these nations are proving their doubters wrong. Not only have they maintained stability, but they are also charting an independent path towards economic self-sufficiency. Their most audacious project yet? A multi-billion-dollar infrastructure initiative designed to revolutionize transportation, trade, and regional cooperation in the Sahel. For centuries, West Africa's transportation system was never designed for the benefit of African nations. Under colonial rule, infrastructure projects primarily served foreign economic interests. Railways and roads were constructed to facilitate the extraction of raw materials, gold, uranium, oil, and agricultural products, straight to ports for export. The system was never meant to connect African cities, boost local trade, or stimulate industrial growth. Even after independence, the reliance on these outdated networks limited economic expansion and reinforced dependency on foreign-controlled supply chains. Recognizing this historical trap, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are taking their futures into their own hands. Their governments have launched a comprehensive infrastructure initiative aimed at three core areas: expanding road networks to enhance intra-regional trade and mobility, revitalizing and extending railway lines to create a unified economic corridor, investing in air transport to improve global connectivity. The goal? To break free from economic subjugation and forge a path towards self-reliance. For years, these three nations relied on ECOWAS as their primary regional economic bloc. But on January 28, 2024, they made a decisive break, announcing their withdrawal from ECOWAS. Their reason? The bloc had failed to serve their interests, prioritizing foreign influence, particularly from France, over the sovereignty of its member states. Many experts warned that leaving ECOWAS would lead to financial turmoil, loss of trade benefits, and economic stagnation. But rather than crumbling under pressure, these nations have taken bold steps to chart an independent course. They have sought alternative alliances, secured new partnerships, and reduced reliance on Western-dominated financial institutions such as the IMF and the World Bank. The formation of the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. In response to their departure from ECOWAS, the three nations established the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, under the Liptako-Gourma Charter. This groundbreaking alliance is built on three main pillars. Collective defense. Any military aggression against one member state is considered an attack on all, ensuring regional security. Economic cooperation. Policies now prioritize intra-African trade and the strengthening of local industries. Full sovereignty. These nations have vowed to free themselves from Western financial institutions and pursue development strategies on their own terms. With this newfound autonomy, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have sought partnerships with non-Western nations such as Russia, China, Turkey, and the UAE, who are eager to invest in infrastructure and resource development on more equitable terms. Revolutionizing transportation. With a firm commitment to reshaping their economies, government ministers from the AES states convened in Mali in early 2025 to draft a unified transportation strategy. This historic meeting, chaired by Malian President Assimi Goïta, resulted in a landmark agreement to develop a modern, interconnected transit system that would strengthen economic ties and facilitate the free movement of goods and people. Railway expansion. One of the most ambitious aspects of this infrastructure overhaul is the revitalization and expansion of railway networks. Historically, railways in these nations were designed solely to extract resources for export. The AES is reversing this by creating new railway lines that directly connect major cities, trade hubs, and industrial centers. Key project: Bamako-Gao-Niamey-Ouagadougou Corridor, a newly proposed railway that will directly link Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, slashing transportation costs and improving regional trade. The Sahel Rail Initiative. This multi-phase project will extend rail networks deeper into mining and agricultural zones, allowing local industries to thrive. Freight rail modernization. By updating aging train systems, these nations will boost cargo capacity, making it easier to transport goods without reliance on foreign shipping routes. Road network development. While rail expansion is crucial, road networks remain the lifeline of regional economies. AES member states have unveiled major highway upgrades that will expand and modernize existing roads to accommodate increasing trade, connect rural areas to economic hubs, allowing businesses in smaller towns to access larger markets, streamline border crossings, reducing delays and improving efficiency for trade and transport. Air transport investment. Understanding the importance of air connectivity, these nations are investing in aviation infrastructure to position themselves as major trade and travel destinations. Key initiatives include new airports and expansion of existing ones to support both domestic and international flights. Strengthening national airlines to reduce reliance on foreign carriers. Cargo transport enhancements to facilitate the export of agricultural and industrial goods. Funding the vision. How are they affording it? The obvious question arises: how can these nations finance such massive projects while under Western sanctions? The answer lies in resource nationalization and alternative partnerships. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are home to some of the world's richest deposits of gold, uranium, and oil. However, for decades, they have received only a fraction of the wealth these resources generate. By renegotiating contracts and asserting greater control over exports, they are reclaiming their economic power. Case study: Niger's uranium. Niger has been one of the world's leading suppliers of uranium, a critical component for nuclear energy. Yet, despite this abundance, the country remained one of the poorest in Africa. Under its previous agreements, France paid Niger just $0.80 per kilogram of uranium, only to sell it at over $200 per kilogram on the global market. This exploitative deal kept Niger in perpetual poverty. Under the AES economic model, Niger has moved to renegotiate these deals, ensuring that a greater share of its mineral wealth benefits its people. This strategy echoes that of Libya under Muammar Gaddafi, who transformed Libya into one of Africa's richest countries through resource nationalization. Although Western powers oppose these moves, China, Russia, and Turkey have stepped in with new trade agreements that offer fairer terms and infrastructure investment. The radical steps taken by Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger signal a larger shift in Africa's economic trajectory. For too long, African nations have been locked into unfair trade agreements and financial dependence. The AES experiment challenges this status quo, showing that self-reliance is possible. If successful, this movement could inspire other African nations to rethink their economic policies and pursue independent development strategies. Could this be the beginning of a broader African movement towards economic sovereignty? Challenges ahead. History has shown that African leaders who challenge Western dominance often face severe consequences. From Thomas Sankara to Patrice Lumumba, many have been overthrown, or worse, for standing up to neo-colonial control. As leaders must navigate a treacherous geopolitical landscape, resisting sanctions, trade restrictions, and political interference. However, their commitment to regional unity and economic self-determination provides a strong foundation for success. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are rewriting Africa's future. By investing in infrastructure, reclaiming natural wealth, and forging new alliances, they are proving that African nations can control their own destinies. Will their experiment succeed? The world is watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on Africa's transformation.